found direct sales. Oh, thank you for recording that. I found direct sales after leaving a corporate job. I had a child who was diagnosed with autism. We were very deep in helping him, and I was working a full-time, very, very busy, high-powered corporate career, and that career had to go. And when that career left, Jen lost a huge part of who she was. And I thought to myself, well, there goes a whole lot of money that I will never get back in this lifetime. Well, enter direct sales, and everything has changed for me. And now I feel bad for people at corporate jobs who may not know that there is another way to make money. And we're going to get into that shortly. I am joined tonight by my dear friend, Susan Manuello, also a corporate refugee, escaped the 9 to 5. She does still have a business besides Riman. She owns a mortgage company. So Susan's no slacker. But you know what? You could be a slacker and still make a lot of money at this job because we have a team member who never even graduated high school and is making multiple six figures a month. So you don't know. And we're joined tonight by a college student who is using some of this Riman money to help him get by with his life necessities. So Riman is something that is super different. We're moving very, very quickly. So let's talk about direct selling companies. When you are value, and I almost hate to say direct selling company when we talk about Riman, because the owner of Riman, his goal is not to compete with Arbonne and the Olive People, and he's competing with Chanel, La Mer, the high Dior, the high quality department store brands. But of course, we do it in a clean way. But when you're evaluating a company, there are certain criteria that you want to make sure are in place when you get involved. And the first is timing. Timing is to direct sales as location is to real estate. And you all are here at the very, very beginning. So let's talk about the timing. Right now, the global market for K beauty, that includes skincare, hair care, cosmetics, all of which we offer, is $114 billion. That's a massive industry. But look where we are positioned to go in the next 7 years. It is going to be a $334 billion industry. That is the projection. Actually, if any of you follow me on social media, I put a slide on my story today about the growth of the Korean beauty market. And I said, when timing and momentum meet, it is the perfect time to get involved, and people can really scoop up a lot of money over the next 7 years as this trend explodes globally. And of course, Riman is going global, and we're going to talk about that as well. So Korean cosmetics have beat Chanel, Lancome to rank the top in the United States and in Japan, and obviously in Korea, right? And South Korea is the capital of skincare. It's the skincare capital of the world. The Kardashians fly to South Korea on their little private jet to get all the treatments that we cannot get here in the US. Korea is heavily advanced scientifically, and they have made so many discoveries about skincare and how to restore and repair the skin that the US will not catch up for decades. And so much of what we do is patented. So if you look at all of these photos, you're seeing some of the bands, BTS and Blackpink, and the K dramas that have taken over Netflix, like Squid Games. And the Tony Award winning musical this year was a musical out of South Korea. South Korean culture is everywhere. Every time I'm in Times Square, which is pretty often, there are ads for K something in Times Square. It is so, so popular right now, especially with Gen Z. So the momentum is huge, the trends are huge. And as people watch these shows and these plays and they go to see these bands, they notice their skin, which has a remarkably different look. And it is that beautifully, deeply hydrated texture. And that is where we step in and start to take advantage of this incredible trend in the marketplace. We probably won't join K-pop groups. I mean, Susan might, but I know that I will never join a K-pop group. So this is the way that I'm going to make my money off this trend, is by offering the very best skincare in the entire world. And of course, everyone is culturally obsessed with what we are doing. This is all over social media. So the hashtag Korean skincare on TikTok, I can speak, has 41 billion views for just that one hashtag. And one of the things that we found out on our team is there is a content deficit on TikTok. So if you go to the creator tools and you search for Korean skincare or K-beauty, you'll see that there is a 287% content deficit. That means there are way many more searches happening than content to provide people for these searches. This is truly the right place at the right time. I have sold a lot of things in my life, and this is like shooting fish in a barrel. It is insane at how, now you still have to work. It's not like it's easy. It's the easiest thing I've ever sold. And Cooper's going to talk a little more about the work involved in doing this, but just know this. We have a 94% retention rate. So somebody buys and uses this skincare, 94% of people are coming back to get more. And the cutest thing is when they try it for the first time and they text you the next day and they say to you, "This is incredible. What else do you have?" And that's when you share the makeup, which is also incredible, the hair care. And when I say incredible, it is different. There's nothing like it in the US because of their incredible technology. And here, see just a little bit more about how Korean culture is taking over the world, as is Riman, the #1 Korean skincare. So, Jay-Z, McParren capitalized 500 million Korean Culture Investment Fund in partnership. I don't even know what that means, but again, this is what's happening. The culture is huge. And the Kardashians in that video, they're doing the chok chok. So chok chok is what happens when you are using Korean skincare. A baby is filled with hyaluronic acid. And when Koreans see babies, they go, "Oh, chok chok," right? They want to squeeze their little cheeks. So that is what this is when you see this, right? It is the Korean skincare plumping out your cells. I had the pleasure of listening to MJ Kim today. She's a top director at Riman, and she was talking about how when you're using the skincare initially, it's going to feel tight. And it's because your skin cells that are so dehydrated are getting incredible hydration. So then your skin cells, which are probably kind of dry and maybe even a little small and maybe even a little saggy, puff up. And that is why you may even feel a little bit of tightness for the first month or so as your skin is adjusting, because your skin's not used to being hydrated. And then what happens is all of the sagging and the drooping and the wrinkling starts to go away. Now, this is where I like to tell people that I am born in the 1960s. So if you're evaluating my skin, I want you to understand the age of my skin. So many brands claim that they are K-beauty. They are not. So the stuff that you're buying on TikTok, the stuff being offered in Ulta and Sephora, that is American marketers getting savvy to the fact that K-beauty is popular, and they're slapping maybe one Korean ingredient in there and they're calling it Korean skincare. It is not. Authenticity matters. This is the #1 brand out of that country. This is what 40% of Koreans themselves use, and you have a chance to offer it yourself. So here is
Founded in 2018 in South Korea, Riman has quickly emerged as a global leader in K-beauty, with products designed to help you uncover your glow and keep it. From skincare to makeup through ICD, to body and hair care through Boda Lab, and nutrition with Lifening. Each formula is rooted in the timeless rituals of Korean beauty, carrying forward the heritage and wisdom of centuries past, backed by more than 20 patents, 52 awards, and billions in sales. Riman is now shared by a community of hundreds of thousands around the world. At the heart of it all is our continued commitment to reimagine products and opportunities that empower people to become the difference they seek in their world.
And that is the type of first-class marketing that we offer here at Riman. So, Susan, you've been to this beautiful facility. Both Susan and I have been invited to go twice. Susan has gone twice. I have yet to make it there. So, we're going to let Susan talk about the beautiful smart farm and everything going on at Riman. And again, Susan Manuello, she is an industry insider, by the way. So, when people talk about, oh, I was introduced to this by an industry insider, they're talking about Susan Manuello. She has had her finger on the pulse of what is happening in direct sales for many, many years. And she is the person that people come to with different offers first. So Susan is pitched constantly. She very rarely bites, and I'm curious to know what actually drove her to be here, but I think I know. Susan, take it away, and thanks for being on.
Thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate that. And what a warm welcome. Welcome everybody to our call tonight. And, you talking about the timing and just the movement of this Korean culture that's been going on kind of a little bit behind the scenes up until really the past 6 months, is what got my attention. And so, as Jen said, have been very fortunate to meet some people along my career that in direct sales, outside of direct sales. But when I found out about Reman in November of 2023, it just, there's that saying that success leaves clues. And it is very, very true. And that is what I saw were these little clues. The Korean culture, the fact that they had done, 3 billion in revenue in 5 years. They sold 40 million bottles of this one cream that used to look like this. Now it's got brand new award-winning packaging, right? But when I saw that, it was just very clear to me that this would be worth my time. And I think that that's what, hopefully, I'm not alone. That was on my mind. Jen mentioned I do have a mortgage company, and I've kept very busy in my life, as many of you probably are as well. But that's what I kept thinking is, will this be worth my time? Because it is a time investment, right? Like Jen said, it's not something that just poof makes money, but when you have your hands on something that is going to give you a return on your investment dollar wise, your investment time wise, and the investment of putting it on your skin and getting these crazy, amazing results, you have something to say yes to. And that's what we hope for you all tonight, is that you are really looking at this and thinking, this is something I want to be a part of. So if you can go to the next slide, Jen, we're going to talk about innovation, and I'm going to kind of click through these pretty quick. So go ahead and go to the next one. But we're going to talk about our brands quickly because that is the meat and potatoes. Like without something really, first of all, demonstratable that you can really show very quickly, and also that it's giving results. Without those things, it's probably a business that you could do, but not one that I, again, wanted to kind of like carve out more time for in my crazy busy day. So that's again what is so phenomenal is that we have these patented products that are like nothing you've seen. So we're going to go through the real three categories of our products, and we also have three pillars of why they're so special. So the first one being this giant young pole. Well, what is that? So it's actually a plant. It's called Centella asiatica. It's been known for its healing and antioxidant properties. However, what our owner, Chairman On, found through his research is when he watered it with this special water that I'm going to get to here in a second, the Centella asiatica grew 5 times the size of the original form. And he was able to patent not only the production of that, but the plant itself, which is unheard of. It'd be like patenting cilantro. So we have a patented plant here at Riman, and it's called Giant Byungpul. And so it has 5 times the antioxidants, 5 times the anti-inflammatory properties. It is really what is making such a huge difference on the skin, but also coupled with this very special water. So this is called the Jeju Lava Energy Water. Most products have distilled water in them, but here at Riman, we are sourcing this water that has been filtered for over 400,000 years, and it is off the coast of South Korea on an island that's called Jeju. Now, this was like crazy when I first heard this. I, as Jen mentioned, have physically been there twice now, so I can tell you it's a real place, and it's a UNESCO heritage, protected by the government there. Only 5 companies have access to this water. They're responsibly sourcing it, and it's just phenomenal. Like, the water itself has so many healing properties. It has different frequencies in the water, and it's very dense in minerals. And so again, when we were watering that plant, it grew 5 times the size, but then we also have the water in our products. So you're getting that 1-2 punch. And then the third pillar is very important as well. It's our nanoliposomal technology. I think Jen said this best actually. When we were talking, she said, this is why our skin products don't stay on the skin. Like, when you use extra of whatever other brand you were using before, it was just staying on the surface. You were basically wasting products. But when you're using Riman's and Selderm products, they are actually penetrating the skin. So if you're using extra, you're getting extra hydration, extra antioxidants. So it is really powerful to know that we have those 3 very different attributes to our products that are making a huge, huge difference. So we're going to play a short video that's going to kind of back up what I just explained.
Here in the Inselderm Byungpul lab, we work with elements provided by nature. Among the many gifts of nature, the Earth's energy provides a capacity to purify. That capacity is enriched in the plant Centella asiatica, also known as Byungpul in Korea. The size of the leaf, the direction of the root, soil temperature, and cultivation method. Every aspect is analyzed. The plants are grown for 45 days until they brim with life's energy. Only freshly harvested Korean Byungpul plants are used as ingredients for Inselderm. Another key ingredient is the pristine lava seawater from Jeju Island. For over 400,000 years, the volcanic rock beds of Jeju have borne the ocean's energy, instilled into its deep waters. That water is infused at the optimal temperature of 80 degrees Celsius for 20 hours to slowly and gently extract the essential fluids from the Byungpul leaves. Those fluids are at the core of the brightening and purifying energy delivered by Inselderm. We present to you Byungpul Energy Fluid. Our hypoallergenic fluid boosts the skin cell regeneration cycle by providing optimal benefits with the Booster Serum Booster Ritual. The booster opens the way for moisture to enter and awaken the skin's radiance. Then, the serum aligns the skin barrier to enhance the glow. And the final layer of booster ingrains glow and resilience deep into your skin. With this routine, your skin will gain the glow-lifting effects. Radiate the glow of youth from deep inside your skin cells with Inselderm.
Awesome. Sorry about the sound quality. We think it was just up a little bit high, but hopefully you got the gist of that. Definitely the person who invited you can easily share that video with you as well, so you can hear it again without it being fuzzy. But as you can see, these products are truly something different. You know, we refer to them as premium skincare, and it's true. They're affordable luxury products. And Jen mentioned, like, we're not competing with, some of these other brands that maybe you've heard of. We're really a standalone, to be honest, because they are so innovative. The other thing that I think is really, really cool is that more people are becoming very, very savvy about the ingredients that they're using. And you will find with our Inselderm products that they are considered clean. They are very, high quality. In fact, we banned 3,000 ingredients from our products that are in other cosmetic products. So you can really rest assured that this is not only suitable for all skin types, but very, very easy and safe to use. And it's just pretty awesome. So we meet a lot of the standards out there, and we've talked about that they're award winning, which I cannot wait to tell you some new news. But we have a brand new gel cleanser that just was launched yesterday for individual cell. And this is incredible. It's got that giant young pool in it. So when you use it, it's not only calming to the skin, but it cleans at such a deep level. And that's one thing that I had to learn here. I had not been double cleansing before I started with these Inselderm products. And that is rooted in Korean skincare. But now that I know how important it is to double cleanse your skin, it's like, oh my gosh, how are we not doing this before? So we actually have 4 cleansers all together, but this is our newest one, and it's for every single skin type. It's so gentle that you're absolutely gonna love it, and it balances your pH. So imagine, like, with other products, you usually have to like do something next after your cleansing, but this one you start off with your skin being balanced. So it's pretty powerful. And then we also, this is the exciting news that we just won what's called the IF Design Award. And I knew this was a big deal, but I was sharing with Jen actually earlier today that I did not realize just how big of a deal this is. You guys, it's one of the world's most prestigious, longest running design competitions. In fact, over 10,000 a year submit to gain this award, and it's across 70 plus nations, and it's judged by very, high-end experts. And Riman won. We won for our brand new packaging of our signature dermatology line. And it is just an incredible honor because they really pay attention to excellence. And, it's across 9 different categories that they're judging products on. It's not just the package, it's their efficacy, what they're doing on the skin. So this is a big deal. And, we just redid our packaging for our advanced line. And I have a sneaking suspicion that with how beautiful this new packaging is, we might just win another IF Design Award with this line. But, this is officially coming out April 1st. Many of us got our hands on it early because we just had a conference in Long Beach and we were able to get the event pack. So mine just came yesterday. And you guys, this is really powerful. That liposomal technology that I was mentioning, this is 100% liposomal, which is just really incredible. It's usually only found in like med spa lines, but now we have cutting edge technology to where we're running it through these microfluidizer machines 7 times. So all the med spas are going to be very jealous of these products, and you can only get them through Riman and through our distributors. So these are the kind of before and afters, or we should say before and during, right? Because you're not going to want to stop using this. But this is what you can expect from these products. I mean, you can see here forehead lines. This is our friend Bree. She didn't want to use Botox, and these products have totally changed, her forehead and the skin texture. This is MJ, who actually Jen was speaking of earlier. I mean, the transformation is just, it's big. It's really big, and it just continues.
It's crazy. I was on a call with her this afternoon
Yes.
for quite some time, and she said it was a large group we were speaking to, and she said she has been accused of getting plastic surgery. First of all, she's very, very young, like she's not getting plastic surgery, but really what she was dealing with was incredible amounts of inflammation. She was a new mom of four kids, all under the age of six. She was exhausted and she was super inflamed. And she began using this skincare in 2020, long before the rest of us had access to it, because she has family in South Korea that sent it over to her. And you can see her nose and her jawline. I mean, it is just, and she looks, honestly, I need to get another picture of her. She looks even better now, if you can
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah. I mean, it is really, that's why we say before and after, but it is really before, during. And especially if you start using the advanced line, a lot of us use the signature line, that dermatology ICD in the morning. It's water-based, and then a lot of times you'll use the advanced or start using the advanced at night. So then you want to take even more before photos so you can measure your ongoing results. So it's pretty awesome. I think there's a few more if you want to, yep. Again, some friends of ours. And even what's crazy is this is all ages, right? You can see the girl on the left is quite young, and then you have a more, mature man on the right hand side. But men love these products too, right, Jen?
Absolutely. In fact, we have one on today who's going to be doing a testimonial for us. Someone who never, I don't even think he used soap prior to Riman. But especially if you know anybody with acne, with texture, with eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, any what are those called? The capillaries, right? All of those things, we're seeing incredible results
Yeah,
and even more. And
even
it
more.
just is incredible. Dark circles, age spots, right? Hyperpigmentation, all of it. Look at the glow, look at the texture, look at the evening out of the skin tone. And we just see it. And everybody who's here tonight was invited by someone. The person who invited you has a Facebook group that they can add you to that has thousands of before and after pictures. And we see a new one or two every single day. It's pretty remarkable. Somebody said last night on the call that we were doing that taking a lightening product is like taking five or six supplements in one. Do you remember that, Susan? I
Oh
love
yeah.
that.
Yep, it's true because this does help with, restoring your gut health, and it's also a powerful, antioxidant, and it helps detox but naturally. So, this is on the nutrition side of things, but it's really awesome to see that we have something that's beyond, products that we have here in North America. But we're able to offer this one from South Korea. And there's a great testimonial down here if you read that one, but in 8 days, she was able to remove herself from some other prescriptions and have a much better result with this, which is amazing.
Absolutely. And the one thing that's not listed on this slide, it contains aloe vera, which is incredible for healing your gut lining. So, beauty really starts from within, and you want to have your gut clean and able to absorb nutrition, because the more nutrition you can absorb, obviously, the better your skin and hair will look. Tell us about the collagen, Susan.
Well, you just did a great segue. I mean, talk about beauty from within. Everybody, unless you've been under a rock, you know that taking like a liquid collagen can be very beneficial because we lose collagen as we age, and supplementation can really help restore, even some of that connectivity between your bones and within your body. So this one is specifically formulated for hair, skin, and nails, but it's pretty amazing the testimonials that go beyond that. So you're going to get even more benefits from this than just, better skin, hair, and nails. But this is also something that can replace other supplements. So a lot of times if you're taking a liquid collagen, but you're also taking, vitamin C or biotin or glutathione, there's glutathione in here. So you can really replace that with just one of these shots and get some amazing results as well. And then we love to touch on these because these went viral for a reason. You're going to see in this video, Karen is applying the collagen mask. You guys, this is 100% microfibers of collagen. So speaking of, but it melts into your skin. So it's an instant mask. It's not one that you put on and wash off. This is instantly absorbing into the skin and it gives you an immediate result. So you can use this once a day, once a week. You can do it before you have a big, maybe you've got a big party going on, like a reunion or something like that, but you're really going to get some immediate results with this. So we love highlighting these. And in fact, there's even a before and after photo of someone who was using our products, but started using these melting masks. And this is an additional after photo that she captured by just using the masks. So pretty incredible. And then, we were talking about the additional categories. It's not just K-beauty. Like there's going to be additional categories popping up, and we're on the front end of that because we have these patented hair care and patented body care products, and they are very special also. Desert Cola, you can't get that anywhere else. It's truly helping the sebum layer of your scalp, which is it breaks down like any, buildup essentially naturally so that your hair is growing and doing what it's supposed to do. So you're going to have less hair in the shower, less hair on your brush. You can see that in the photos. And the body care as well. It's very gentle, very good for restoring the moisture balance in your skin. Okay, the makeup. We love the makeup. We've touched on this. Just know if you guys have not used this 40 cushion yet, I would definitely encourage you to put one in your cart. I'm not like a huge makeup girl, and this is one of the best I've ever used. It's like a filter for your face, and when you compare it to other popular brands, because there's not many out there actually. There's only a few, and Lemire is one of the first that also has a 40 cushion. Ours is 55, $60. Theirs is 150. It's crazy. And ours comes with a refill. Like in the box, you literally get the compact and a refill for when you need the next one. So it lasts twice as long as the $150 version. And then we have color cosmetics. This is a really fun category that you're going to see expand in 2026, but lots of really fun matte, semi-matte lip oil, not a lip gloss, but a lip oil. And it has collagen. It has it's skin and skincare infused, the 40 cushion and our lip products. So you're getting those benefits of the Byung Pool antioxidant within your makeup, which is huge. Oh, here's some really cool before and after photos. I love these. The pores. This is a close-up of one of our amazing team leaders. She's a celebrity makeup artist, and when she started using this cushion, she was blown away by the coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy. It's the lightest thing you've ever used, but look at what it did to her skin pores. You can't even hardly see them. So those are really exciting as well. Okay, marketing, Jen, take it away. Oh, you're muted. There
Yep,
we go.
all said, had to unmute there. Yeah. So one of the things, excuse me, that Riman believes in is top-notch marketing, and they do put their money where their beliefs are. So let's take a look at what we have for marketing. This is my favorite video. I follow this guy on Instagram. This is the #1 actor in Asia. He is like the Asian Brad Pitt. His name is Won Bin. He is 49 years old. Now, if his face is not a testament to the power of Korean skincare, I do not know what is. But look how beautiful this advertising is. And this is what they are developing in each of the markets in which they open. I had a team member today say that she had just purchased the brochures and that she had never seen such beautiful, professional, gorgeously graphic brochures, thick card stock, like everything just screams luxury, but without the luxury price tag, which we love. They also hired the #1 marketing, packaging, and branding firm in the entire world called Pentagram, who they do the marketing for all of the brands that you see here. And the goal at Riman is to become a global luxury brand that is recognized wherever it goes. And I have to say the award that we just won, the IF Award, IF Design Award, Google it. You will just absolutely not believe. So, Susan, they have over 11,000 international entries every year. To win, you must excel in 5 criteria: idea, form, function, differentiation, and sustainability, and present your work with professional, concise, and compelling visuals. We won out of 11,000 international companies. It's absolutely remarkable the level of marketing that they provide to us. And of course, the rewards. Let's talk about the money, shall we? So, a couple of things that I love. Now, listen, we have a compensation plan video. It is available in the boards. When you join our team, you get access to our team boards. Now, our team also offers some other really cool things that you have access to. We are the number one fastest growing team at one of the fastest growing companies. So you're in the right place at the right time. But let's talk a little bit about the money. So you do not start over at zero every month. You know, in other direct selling companies, you sell, and then you start the next month at zero. Well, here at Riman, you get a 3 month rolling volume, which allows you to hit rank advancements a little bit easier. And when you achieve the rank of manager, which is where you're getting paid 20 to 30% on your BP, and that's again, comp plan discussion for another time, you just know that you keep that rank for life until you hit the rank of senior manager, and then you keep that rank for life. When you hit the next rank, team leader, there is a little bit of a volume requirement, but when you hit that rank, you're very easily and handily doing that volume. So it's not too tough to maintain. Other things that I personally love, I think some of you will as well. When you join, it's $20. That's it for the year. There are no other fees. There's no technology fee, back office fee. There's no required purchases. There's no minimums. There's no required auto ships. There's no in 6 months you have to sell 200. Nothing like that. You could hit yourself a senior manager rank and then do nothing for 5 months. And when you make a sale, you're getting your senior manager pay. And someone actually asked our owner, how can you have a direct selling company where people aren't required to buy the product? And he said, if a company requires you to buy their product, that is not a good product. People buy our products because they love them. We have a 94% retention rate, and the average customer orders 7 to 8 times a year. And then just another little piece, we get paid many different ways. One of that is a leadership match bonus. So when you promote leaders up on your team, you're going to get a percentage of their paycheck, which is really, really cool. I've got some amazing leaders on my team, and getting 40% of their paycheck is really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie. So just another way to get paid. There are other bonuses as well. But next, let's call up one of my favorite people in the whole world. So this is my kiddo, Cooper. Cooper has watched me since 2013 do direct selling businesses. He has never once shown interest in getting involved in the company until he saw how quickly we were growing here and quite frankly, how rapidly my paycheck was growing. Cooper, tell us a little bit about your Remon business, and thank you so much for being here.
Of course. Hello, everyone. Um, I'm here to talk about the business side and the money side. I love these products, and we've heard it all night long, but I like making money a little bit more than I like these products. So my mom and sister forced me to try these products. As a guy, I was always a bar of soap and cold water was my go-to. They forced me to try these products. I fell in love with them, and I realized I'm not even the target market. I'm not the target audience. And if I love these products that much, the target market's going to go insane for them. And I realized I could make some money here. I saw how much my mom was making, and then I realized it was only $20 to sign up. So there's really nothing to lose. So I was all excited. I joined Riman, all excited, and then I got scared and terrified because I realized, oh my gosh, I have to talk to people about skincare. That's so weird. I'm a guy. What am I doing? All these doubts and all these questions popped into my head. Luckily, we have some of the most amazing leaders on the team, Jen, my mom, Susan, and so many more. And they teach you how to run this business. They have already scaled to incredible places. They know what they're doing. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, is what they taught me. And I calmed down, I relaxed, I realized, okay, I'm just gonna copy what they do. And they're so kind with their time. They want to help people succeed in this business. And so I'm so grateful to have them teaching me how to run this business. And now my face will never be the same, but more importantly, my bank account will never be the same. So I am just so grateful for this business and for this company. So thank you guys.
Thanks, Coop. Tell everybody about doing pop-ups at sororities. How nerve-wracking was that?
Yeah, so we did just my mom was like, you gotta put yourself out there. That's how it goes. So I reached out to some sororities at school and then ran some pop-ups for them. And it's terrifying to get up there in front of people, but it ends up being worth it when you work it out. So
They loved the skincare.
true.
Everyone does. All you really need to do is get this on faces. But as Cooper and I found out this weekend, because we did a big bridal expo, you really only just need to get it on one hand. Because when you put it on one hand and then they see their other hand, they're like, holy cow, this hand's radiant and this hand is just like a dry old hand, right? So getting it on people is really the way to go. Cooper, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, Cooper's in a fraternity. I don't know. You gonna do one for the Delfts, Coop?
I was gonna do a business opportunity with them.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. I love it. All right. Thank you, Corey. That's a great question. Thanks, Coop. Thanks for being on. Susan, I'm going to hand it over to you to talk a little bit about Chairman On and where we are headed.
Absolutely. Thank you, Cooper, for that incredible testimonial and your story. It's very inspiring. And yeah, we're just lucky to have you. We're so lucky to have you. So, ownership. Speaking of inspiration, I think that, again, when we're really sharing with you, like, why did we decide to partner with this brand? Why did we decide to get involved? This was different. The products are different, the innovation, it's so special, and the ownership was different. And this is the biggest reason that I knew that this owner, Chairman On, was passionate about our company because he built Riman Village. He built Riman Village for the field and for the distributors. Of course, this is where we are cultivating our it's where we're cultivating our byung pool, and it's on Jeju Island, so it's right by the facility with the water, the Jeju Energy lava water, and our Ask Labs. But we're going to tell you just in a minute about the actual village. So there's a short clip that tells you about the smart farms, and it's just so powerful. So Jen, go ahead and play that one so they can see it.
Jeju Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, shaped by fire and softened by time. Its volcanic soil and pure waters make it the perfect home for giant byungpool. Yet its shifting seasons demanded innovation. That's why we built Riman Farm, ensuring year-round growth and consistency. Riman Farm spans more than 160,000 square feet, home to the world's first smart farm dedicated to centella cultivation. Here, precision horticulture controls every element: light, humidity, nutrients, ensuring each plant grows with consistent potency and purity, 365 days a year. Through vertical integration, Riman guarantees the same standard of care in every batch.
이러한 운영 관리 시스템은 제가 약속을 지켜내기 위한 리만만의 방식입니다. 원료에서부터 제품 개발의 모든 과정, 고객의 제품 경험까지 한결같은 정성과 품질을 전하는 것이 고객에 대한 진정한 존중이라 믿기 때문입니다.
Awesome. He says in there, I know that's Chairman On speaking, and there's a little bit of translation at the bottom, but he talks about how like the full integration, or what we refer to as seed to bottle. It's not about control. It's about keeping the promise and the integrity of what these ingredients are really going to do on your skin. And so that's why, like, Honestly, sometimes after we do these presentations, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to run through a brick wall and tell every single person I know about this. Like it's just so special. It's really different than anything else out there, you guys. It really, really is. So come experience this with us so that you can be a part of this incredible movement. But yeah, the campus it's huge. The Remon Village, that's what I was mentioning. Like this is truly for the distributors. Now some of our global markets are also getting to experience this, but you can. Like when I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there. So Jen, you have to go.
I'm going.
You have to go.
October, I will be
Um,
there.
yes, and it's a place to experience the Byung pool, and they have a spa, and you get to immerse yourself in the healing waters of Jeju, energy water with the Byung pool, and then it's all about giving back. It's giving back to the field. Like thank you. It's a place that you get to go, and Chairman On is saying thank you for taking these products and getting them out into the world and letting people know how incredible they are. And thank you for having a personal testimony. So that's what we're about, you guys, is for each of you to have that personal testimonial with us and then go and be a part of the distribution and get rewarded for doing that. That's it. Like that's how simple this is. And when you do that, you will never know where this will take you. It will take you around the world. You'll never know who's on your, team or who comes in as a customer that says, hey, Jen, I have somebody in Colombia. You should definitely, share this with them. So that's what this opportunity is about, is really, not only building it in your backyard and with people that you know, but going global. And Riman is on the charge for doing that because of this, popularity with K beauty and what we just talked about, how big it's going to be. So I think we're almost there. Yes. Why K beauty? Yes. So Jen, as we wrap this up, like we want to kind of just bring it all together. So what are some of the main points? Why K beauty, my friends?
Yes. So obviously, this is moving very, very quickly. This is, I started, I'm not even here 2 years yet. And my team is 6,000 people. I'm sure Susan's team is like triple that. And it's incredible to watch how rapidly this moves. Number one Korean skincare. It is different. It works. Guys who only used cold water prior to this are using Riman, right? You earn up to 40%. And if you, as an affiliate with no team building component, if you decide to build a team, you can earn up to 54%, which is pretty remarkable. The average customer orders 7 to 8 times a year. The average order size is 200. It's actually 205 US dollars. No monthly orders, nothing required. There's a system in place for duplicated success. In fact, in just 10 minutes, we have an orientation call, and I'll put that information in the chat for anyone who wants to join. There are calls every night of the week. None of them are required, but it's a wonderful way. If you have people who want to learn, who want to get involved, you don't have to be holding all these calls yourselves. I certainly don't. I send my people to the calls and I let them learn. So listen, you are here at the beginning of Riman. This is brand new. If you go out the door right now in your neighborhood or your apartment or wherever it is that you live and you ask people, have you heard of Riman? I promise you, unless you have personally told them, the answer is going to be no. So please get out there, start talking about Riman. Do not sit back and watch us build and grow and succeed over the next year and think, I wish I joined when I first heard about it. You're hearing about it now. It is $20. What on earth do you have to lose? Get started. And we look forward to welcoming you to the Remont community very, very soon. Susan, thank you so much for your time tonight. Wonderful job as always. Cooper, thank you for sharing your story with us. And everyone, have an amazing night. And if you would like to go join the Remont orientation because you're going to join us as a representative, why don't you head right over now and we'll see you there in just a few minutes. Thanks again. Bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Thank
Bye,
you.
Susan.
Bye.
Bye, Coop. Bye, everybody.